Welcome, I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Desmond's Donders.
Hello and welcome to a Vanners collaboration. And I'm afraid I'll probably have to block some of this for you to see the logos. Money is no object. Your dream motorhome. Well, let's start, shall we? As you can tell, I'm sat in Desmond. Our dream motorhome. Money no object. Well, first of all, it would have to have an oven, a hob, storage, etc. for the cooking gear, a sink, plenty of workspace, space to have the dog's food available. Oh dear, it would need a spacious and usable toilet stroke shower compartment with a sink and a French bed. Why a French bed? Because it means you can have a smaller motorhome inside the ferry's, expensive limits, although they seem to be pushing them now. Trying to squeeze a few more on, but we still sort of get there. Then, of course, people are going to object to French beds because they're difficult to get into. No, they're not. You just have to think about it. For example, I, in our bed, end up near the wall. But if I get up for a pee in the middle of the night, which happens when you get that little bit older, Lindsay rolls in beside the wall and I can get straight back into bed. There's no problem with the French bed. It's better than having to climb over completely, isn't it? It's, plenty of room, and the cutout doesn't bother as much as you think, because you don't sleep straight up and down the bed anyway. So we're going to talk about plenty of storage. Full length cupboard, maybe with the water heater at the bottom, and plenty of storages above the bed for you to go away for as long as you require. Now, for us that can be anything up to 4 weeks. Actually, since Lindsay retired, it can be anything up to. But that's another story. The other thing is sort of the entertaining, the relaxing area. More storage, food, etc, etc. You've got, in our case, and we would retain, is a couch, a sofa. It's not a bed, it doesn't make it into a bed, convert to bed. This is a 2-berth and has 2 seats, belted seats. Those seats turn round and you've got the couch, so you've got more than enough seating. You can get 5 in seated, and if Lindsay sits on the end of the bed, 6. Above, plenty of storage. Not too much, because you don't want too much weight up a height. You want your weight lower, and for lower weight, then you've just got to look under the seat and under the bed. Now, we've seen 2 layouts like our dream layout, and it is amazing. We have got everything we need to take with us, and stuff we don't need still, under the bed, and still have room for 3 bodies if we need them. We don't carry body bags, but I'm sure they won't be too hard to get if we needed to hide some bodies. And then under the seat, in our case, we've got batteries and radios and inverters, and it's in the dream van. got to be right for you, and that's in every way. It's got to be power as well, and for that we would have 300 plus watts of solar on the roof. That would feed 200 or 300 amp hours of lithium. I say 200 or 300 because we've just gone to the bigger size, and we're waiting to see really its first. It survived its first winter, no bother, but now we know things a bit better. We want to put it through a second winter to see what happens before, you know, we're finished. And the old 200 amp hours is now part of my radio setup, totally separate. And that is our dream. Now, we're obviously in a dream location as well, so we're hitting it off. Oh well, it's a little bit windy, so I'm not outside doing this, but it doesn't stop those who wish to carry on with windy sports carrying on with windy sports. Now, we are making this request in our dream van for manufacturers to take note to fit two things. One, a refillable gas system. The need for gas is getting less and less, but we still like to cook with gas. And the hot water, built-in hot water heater with this is gas, and we'll probably, now they're available in diesel and they're available in electric these days as well, but your electric needs are going to change depending whether you need to be hooked up or not. We dream about never going near a hookup. So we would like some gas, but we would like to get rid of the three-way mainly gas fridge. And if you're going to be hooked up, get a mains fridge. And if you're not going to be hooked up, a modern 12-volt compressor. We have had no trouble through a winter and a summer period in Desmond with that. So we would like those fitted to a future van, a future dream van. Now, and another now, lots of nows. People are going, oh, they don't work, they don't take too much current. 2.5, 3 amps, that's all ours takes in the summer. Takes less in the winter. It's got a freezer compartment which we can get as much as we used to get in our three-way gas, which is a good deal bigger. This is a CR65 and I think it was 8590, but the freezer works just as well with just as much in it. Fridge, a little bit less, but we get by. We don't have to, we're not dependent on every shop we pass. And the batteries, no problem, summer or winter. The old-fashioned ones are different. This modern one works a treat, really does. And so, you may have guessed it, our dream van, we're sitting in it. We've been sat in Desmond for 10 years. How did we get it right? Well, we knew what we wanted. We'd had 25, nearly 30 years in trailers and caravans, and we decided what we wanted in a replacement for our last van. Now, all right, we didn't have a fixed bed, but we knew we wanted a fixed bed, and we worked around all of them, how we would use them, and this seemed the best compromise, the French bed with the side bathroom, and it works a treat. We've had no problems whatsoever. The storage is great. We've in fact got probably too much storage. We haven't changed much apart from fitting the gas, changing the fridge when the three-way broke, removing the Thetford toilet and fitting it's a separating toilet, it's not a composting toilet. The dry half isn't in the toilet long enough to start composting. And that is our dream van. We took our time, and you all have maybe heard the story of me getting Lindsay up off nights to go and have a look at Desmond, though it wasn't called Desmond then, but Desmond to be. And that is our dream van. Thank you for watching Desmond's Donders. And remember, while in the countryside, indeed anywhere, take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and click that notification bell to receive notifications of all our videos.